Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Radiance Central, and I'm your host, Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today I want to do a book review of Holistic Dental Care by Nadine Artemis. Nadine Artemis is the creator and the founder, the owner and mastermind behind Living Libations. And as you guys know, Living Libations is one of my most favorite natural skincare product lines. And they actually have a very extensive natural dental care line as well. And I've been very, very fortunate that they sent me her book plus a few products from their natural dental care line. And today I'm going to do a review of the book, and then in the next video I'm going to do a review of some of the products I've been using of theirs for, I would say, the past few weeks, and I'm going to talk about some of the results I've been getting and what I like and all of that. So let's talk about Nadine's book, Holistic Dental Care. So first of all, Nadine is an expert in natural dental care, and she gives lectures and talks all over about how to take care of your teeth and how to employ a more natural approach to your dental care. And I would say specifically a non-toxic and also gentler approach towards the health of your teeth, the health of your gums, your overall dental care. And I have to say this book was an amazing read. I read this book, I would say, like in less than 2 days. When I first started reading the book, I could not put it down. And you guys know, I've got a 2-year-old toddler that for me to actually be able to sit down and read a book these days is almost impossible, and it's quite a luxury. And when I first started reading this book, I was like, I can't stop reading. This is really good. And I even stayed up really, really late to be reading it. That's how much I enjoyed it. And I have to say I was kind of surprised because the subject of talking about or reading about teeth or dental care is not always the most exciting subject. But I have to say that Nadine really, it's beautifully written, this book. And I think what stood out the most when reading it is that she's very thorough with explaining everything, but in a very simple manner, that it's not like, it's not dull, it's not boring what you're reading, but she has a way of kind of making sort of a heavier subject something a little bit lighter, and actually being able to really understand how our oral health works, and how to have healthy teeth and healthy gums, and the importance of it, and what to do, all the different protocols that you can employ in order to not only have healthy teeth, but prevent yourself from having issues. And if you do have issues, perhaps with tooth sensitivity or gum sensitivity, or you need to see a dentist, what to do. And I just love it because this book is so thorough, and it covers a lot as well, but at the same time, it's really nice to read the book. It's very well written. And so what I thought I'd do today in the review is I'd actually share 3 things that I learned from the book, because I've known a lot about natural dental care for many years, and there's many things that I've employed in my routine. I like to try and keep things as non-toxic and as healthy as possible. But there was many things that I actually took away from this book. And so I want to share 3 things that I learned that I've been incorporating in my routine. Plus, before I get into that, I just kind of want to talk about what's in the book for those of you that are kind of like, interested, right? And you want to know, okay, well, what's in the book? What is it about? So pretty much holistic dental care is about how to have healthy teeth. And pretty much, I would say, the gist of the book is that your teeth are living. Okay, that your teeth are not just bones sticking out of your gums, but they are alive, and your teeth can regenerate themselves, they can heal themselves, and your teeth, the health of your teeth, relies on the health of your body. So Nadine pretty much explains what your teeth are, what they're made up of, and then she goes into how to take care of them. And she goes into like everything from nutrition, what you should be eating, what are the vitamins and minerals that you really need to be looking out for and making sure that you incorporate into your daily diet in order to support the health of your teeth. She also gives a protocol on how to actually take care of your teeth, how to brush your teeth, how to from step 1 to step 8. She goes into different steps on how every day you should be maintaining clean teeth and how to go about doing it. And I have to say that's one thing that really stood out for me in the book, is that she really goes through the steps, explaining everything, so that it's not vague. It's really like, do this, do that, do that, do that. And I really like that. I like it when I'm kind of being guided step by step. Okay, how do I clean my teeth? And what's the best way of taking care of it? What should I use on my teeth? And she goes through all that. And then she also goes through what to be looking out for too, with materials or products that you are using on your teeth, and what to be looking out for when you go and actually need to see a dentist, and what kind of dentist to use, and what are questions that you should be asking, and to understand the materials that are being used by dentists on your teeth, and all of that. The more I find, the more informed you are on what is going on, the better, and also what your choices are. And then she also goes through many different remedies you can use as well, because Nadine is also an expert in essential oils, right? So she, a great part of the book talks about different essential oils that you can use, different herbs, different clays, all sorts of different sort of natural products that you can use on your teeth to also help support your oral health. And what else does she go through? I mean, there's so much. So and I can just show you throughout what the book looks like, just so you can see, because I know it's always nice to see what's inside the book. There's a bunch of drawing, photographs, and diagrams, and all sorts of stuff. It's an amazing book. And I have to say too, what I really like about the book as well is that she also talks not only about the health of your teeth, but also of children. And I know for myself, being a new mother, it's also something I've been I would say more conscious with, especially with my daughter, is that I want to ensure that she's got healthy teeth. And so I love that there's a chapter in this book specifically for children, and how to make sure that your children have healthy teeth, and how to take care of your kids' teeth, all of that. So it's a great, great, great book. And there's also a resource section at the end, which I really like, is that, just different companies or organizations or other books you might want to read that have to do with the topic. That too is included in this book. Fantastic, fantastic book. So now I want to talk about, what did I learn from this book? And there's many things I learned, but the 3 things that really stood out that I learned from this book, number 1, is to be gentle when I brush my teeth. Now, I've always known that I need to use a soft bristle toothbrush. And personally, I prefer using an electrical toothbrush. And I've been doing that for many years. Up until recently, mine broke. And so I now just use like a regular manual toothbrush. And one thing that I learned from her through this book is that when you're brushing your teeth, you should really be brushing your teeth very lightly. You don't need to be really getting in there. And she said that after 6 months of using a toothbrush, your toothbrush shouldn't be flattened down. After a few months you use it, it's like the bristles are all falling apart and it's flat. She said that your toothbrush after 6 months should look as good as new. That's how gentle and lightly you're brushing your teeth. And since doing that, I have found that first of all, my teeth are much cleaner, because I'm able to brush my teeth for longer because I'm lightly brushing my teeth. And at the same time, I have less irritation in my mouth. And I've just found that my overall enjoyment of brushing my teeth is a lot better now that I'm really, really, really gentle with brushing my teeth. And it's such a small detail, but it makes a huge difference. And I just find in general, my teeth are much more cleaner. I feel like I'm more thoroughly brushing my teeth, and I'm not as rushed because I'm so much more gentle on my teeth that I can actually brush my teeth for much longer and really get in there. So that's the first thing I learned, is super light brushing, not that heavy, pushing it in kind of thing. The second thing I've learned is about saltwater rinses. Now, I've always known, and I've always employed rinsing my mouth out with salt water. This is something I've been doing for many, many years, and especially if any time I'm going through any kind of irritation or gum irritation especially, I find rinsing my mouth out with salt water really helps. But one thing I learned from her was to do this more regularly. I have a tendency just to do it when I'm having a problem. Then I'll rinse my mouth out with salt water. But with her protocol, she has like an 8-step protocol of like what you need to do to wash and clean your teeth every single day, morning and night. Part of that protocol is actually rinsing your mouth out with salt water twice. So twice in the morning and twice at night. And if you have major sensitivity or any kind of gum or tooth issue, her protocol is to actually be rinsing your mouth out with salt water every hour. And I have to say, incorporating more sort of saltwater rinses in my mouth also makes my mouth so much more cleaner, less sensitive, and overall I just feel like it's taken things up a notch to be employing that in my daily routine as opposed to sort of like an emergency situation. And so that's definitely something new that I've learned. Also new that I've learned as well with that is to be dissolving the salt in hot water or even boiling water as opposed to just warm water or room temperature water, which is something I used to always do. Even cold water, I used to just put the salt in, mix it around, and then gargle with it. Whereas now with gargling with salt water, I've been following her protocol, Nadine's protocol, of actually dissolving the salt in hot water to make a brine. And that's something I never did before, and it does make a difference as well. So that's something new too that I've learned. And the third thing that I've learned from her book, Holistic Dental Care, is for my daughter. And this is to be very mindful with grains, specifically all grains, with soaking them to get rid of the phytic acid. I've always been aware that there's phytic acid in grains, and I know that phytic acid can be an anti-nutrient. But I wasn't aware that phytic acid can also be very acidic in the mouth and can be detrimental to your teeth. And especially with children, where I find with young children, they're eating a lot, right? I know my daughter is like eating all the time, and she needs to eat a lot because she's growing, right? And so she's constantly eating, and she's eating, let's say, a lot of grains. Those grains need to be soaked in order to not have tooth decay. And so that's too something we've started, because especially here, I live in Asia where kids do eat a lot of rice, so it's important to be soaking that rice before cooking it in order to get rid of a lot of that phytic acid, in order to ensure that there's more alkalinity in the mouth so that there's less potential tooth decay. And also this also helps with her being able to absorb nutrients better, right? So she's not eating all this food full of phytic acid that's blocking the absorption of nutrients. So these are 3 things that I've learned from the book that I've been really excited about, and that really stand out to me. And I'm very appreciative of this book because it's informed me on many new levels and gotten me excited too about my own tooth care and about my health in general. So I strongly recommend this book, Holistic Dental Care, and it's available on Living Libations' website. I'll put the link below to their website. And yeah, if you've read this book or you've employed Nadine's 8-step tooth care protocol, I'd love to hear what your results have been and what you like about the book, or any kind of input that you have. I would love to hear your feedback. All right, so I'm wishing everyone a fabulous day. And in the next video to come, I'll be doing a review of some of Living Libations' natural dental care products. All right, have a fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.